September was a month of somewhat increased volatility in global equity and to some extent also global credit markets. Looking at the Nordic High Yield market, the return in our strategy was roughly what you would expect to see in a month where there is not too much movement in credit spreads. September was also a month that joined the preceding months in being a very active period in the Nordic High Yield market. We saw issuance just above 22 billion NOK during the month, which brings the total figure for 2021 up over 200 billion NOK. So far in 2021, there has been quite a bit of dispersion between the return from different sectors in the Nordic High Yield market. Energy has been the clearly best performing sector, followed by shipping. If you look at energy, the return so far in 2021 is around 15%. Which is more or less double the return for our high yield strategy in total. To some extent, this pattern continued in September. We saw oil exploration and production returning 0.8% during the month, whereas other sectors were mainly between 0.4 and 0.6. The exception was oil service, which had a weak month, returning around 0.1%. We made 3 new investments in September. Among those, a company called Waldorf Production and also a company called Grøntvedt AS. It is still the case that the running yield in the Nordic High Yield market is quite a lot above comparable yields in the European and US high yield markets. We believe that this gives an interesting starting point for Nordic High Yield for the coming months. Clearly, the main risk would be continued volatility in risk markets, leading to a sell-off in global high yield markets, which would clearly also impact the Nordic market. But if things remain more or less stable, we think the outlook for continued outperformance in the Nordic high yield market is pretty good.